Hi, this is James with the 1hoursmarthome.com, and today I'm going to show you how to change the language on Alexa. So what we've got here is an Alexa Echo Show. You can see it is in English. We'll just give you a short demonstration to show you it's in English, and then show you what you need to do to change it to another language like Spanish, French, German, Hindi, I believe it's Japanese, and a couple other languages out there. So let's just verify that this is in English first. Alexa, what's the weather today?
Right now in Chicago, it's 21 degrees Fahrenheit with clear skies. Tonight's forecast has cold temperatures with a low of 17 degrees.
All right, wow, it is freezing here, but don't worry, we will show you how to add Alexa and change the language, okay? So what you're gonna do now is just go back out of that. We were just showing you the camera. You're gonna go to the Alexa app. So I click up here and now I'm in the Alexa app. This is just the home screen. You've probably been here before. In order for you to be able to change the language on Alexa, you have to have Alexa set up and connected to the internet. That's number one. You've got up here in the upper left your menu button, and you could get there this way, but you can also get there with the navigation down low, which is what we're going to use. So you've got home, communicate, the Alexa button, play, and devices. What we're going to do is just click on devices over here in the lower right-hand corner. Now, before I show you how to change a language or choose a language, it's really important that you understand kind of how this works. So the language feature is only recently added to Alexa. And we're going to go in there and add Alexa and change the language for Alexa. But the issue is that you can't overall just change the language on all your devices at once. You have to change it individually each device. And this is probably because the feature is relatively new. The last time I went to an Alexa developers conference, they talked about how complicated it was to program Alexa for all these different languages and how complex language actually is and for a computer to understand it. So that's initially why they rolled out English. And then Spanish, they've got French, Portuguese, a variety of other languages. But you just can't choose one language for all your devices right off the bat. You have to change it each Alexa device individually. So what we're going to do here is we're going to click on Echo and Alexa. You can see our other smart home devices here at the top. We click on this in the upper left-hand corner here, Echo and Alexa, and then it shows all the different Alexa devices on here. So we've got like tons of different Alexa devices on here because I test these for all of you guys and let you see what's going on. So I have a lot that are offline because sometimes I test them and I give them away. I send them to people, and other ones I just have too many of them and I can't put any more in my house. So I'm going to click on the Echo Show 5 here. And this is the device I showed you initially. And we're just going to scroll down and show you where you can change the language. Show sound, free time, do not disturb, all these different settings, but those are not what we're going to change. We're going to change language, English. And I'm going to click on this right here, and it's going to open up all the different languages. And this is what I was talking about earlier, is that you can't just change the language across all your devices at once. You can only change it on one device, and then you can change it on the other devices after that. There's no setting that universally changes the language to on all the devices at once, but you can do it. You just can't change it all at once. You can change them individually and they will all have English on them or Spanish or French, or you could have some that have English or French or Spanish. Maybe you're just one of those multilingual people that knows all the languages, and you could certainly do that. So we're just going to change it here to Spanish, I think, in this example, but you can see there's a variety of different languages for the device, and actually even dialects or accents to the device. So you've got at the very top German, Dutch, English United States, which I live in the United States, so that's what it's set to. You've got English United Kingdom, and if you were to change it to United Kingdom, Alexa then actually has an accent, like a UK accent. Same thing with India or Australia, and it does use some different verbiage for different words. So for English, there are 4 or 5 different options here for English. And another really neat feature is this English Spanish. So you can talk to Alexa in English and it will give you answers in Spanish. So if you were trying to brush up on your Spanish or vice versa, your English, you could do so with that mode. And you can see there's just Spanish down here, French, but then there's also Spanish to English. So you could practice your Spanish to English. You could talk to Alexa in Spanish and it would give you English answers. So it's really neat that you're able to, one, just have it converted to a language where it's complete conversion, so it'll always speak Spanish, listen in Spanish, but you could speak to it in English and listen in Spanish also. There's different methods that you could do, and that's one of these. We're just going to change it to straight up Spanish. It's going to speak in Spanish and listen in Spanish, and we're going to choose Spanish Estados Unidos, which is Spanish, the United States. And why does this matter? Well, it does provide you more. What I've noticed is that the content on the device regarding what location or dialect of Spanish that you are choosing or language, it's going to provide content that's tailored more to that location. So if you choose Spanish Mexico, it's going to give you more content and stuff from Mexico. Whereas if you choose Spanish United States, it's going to give you more content in Spanish from the United States. So we're just going to choose right here, Spanish Estados Unidos, which is United States. Updating your language may take a few minutes. You can continue using your current language during this update. Alexa will notify you when the new language is ready. Okay. So I'm going to click OK. It says updating. And I'm just looking at the device here. We will convert it over so you can see the Echo Show again, and we'll ask it some questions and go from there. All right, so I'm going to switch it over to the camera now so you can see it. And here we go. So now we have it in Spanish. You can see it's displaying in Spanish. And I could ask Alexa questions in Spanish now. And it's going to respond in Spanish, and I'm just going to go up here, and you can see all the settings are now in Spanish. It's got all kinds of Spanish stuff, so I'm just going to say, Alexa, ¿a qué hora es?
Son las 9:37.
Alexa, buenos días.
Hola a todos, en vivo para el Daily Planet. Estamos en la alfombra roja de la premiere de Superman, la película. Hoy, 10 de diciembre de 1978, el héroe con visión de rayos X debutará en la pantalla grande. Seguro será una prueba superada. Superada, ¿no? Bueno, tengo otros chistes. Si quieres escucharlos, dime, Alexa, cuéntame un chiste de superhéroes.
Alexa, ¿cuántos años tienes?
En años humanos tengo 5. Si hablamos de años de perro o gato, entonces ya estoy en mis 40. Aunque creo que los años de inteligencia artificial se miden en nanosegundos, así que tendría. Bueno, digamos que sería mucho, mucho mayor que tú.
All right, so you can see that we were able to change it to Spanish. Alexa is now in Spanish. You could ask it all kinds of stuff in Spanish. We're going to go back to the settings in the Alexa device and just show you all the different languages that you could change Alexa to, so you have an understanding kind of how this works. So you've got German, English, United States, English, United Kingdom, English, India, English, Australia, English, Canada, English to Spanish. So this means that you talk to Alexa in English and she provides responses in Spanish. You've got English to French. So you talk to Alexa in English and it gives you French answers. English, and I believe this is Hindi. I'm not sure. If you know, please put a comment below. Let me know what that is. The next one's Spanish, which is what we are currently using. Well, actually, we're using Español, Estados Unidos. That would be Español, Spain. You've got Spanish, Mexico, Spanish, United States. And then here you've got Spanish to English, which means that you talk to Alexa in Spanish and it gives you English responses. So kind of a neat feature again. You've got French Canadian, French France, French to English, Canada version. You've got Italiano, which is Italian, Portuguese, Brazil, a nice warm place right about now, and Hindi. And then you've got what I believe is Hindi to English. And then the last one, I thought that it was Korean, but it's not, I don't think. Let me know in the comments. I think it's actually Japanese, based on I typed a couple things into Google and then said the word Alexa and had Google play those back, and Alexa responded. So that was my unscientific way of seeing if it was Japanese using Google Translate. And I believe it is, because I don't know how to read those symbols or letters. So if you know what that is and can confirm, or let me know exactly what those symbols mean, I would love to know. Put it down in the comments for other people to know as well. And hope you enjoyed this. If you like this video, you want to see more content like this, please like this video, subscribe to the channel. If you want to support us, visit us at onehoursmarthome.com or click any of the links below, which do help support this channel. And we did show you how to change it to Spanish, so maybe you want to change it back. All you do is you go back in the screen and you're going to click on, we're just going to go back to English United States. Or you know what, we're going to do English Australia, just because I liked the accent of the English Australia version. So let's see if Alexa will be my mate here. And Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 9:41 p.m.
Alexa, what's the weather in Sydney, Australia?
In Sydney, Australia, it's 73 degrees Fahrenheit with sun and haze. Today's forecast calls for more of the same, with a high of 73 degrees and a low of 64 degrees.
Well, it sounds like it's beautiful weather in Sydney, Australia. Love that accent. And we are going to say goodbye. So we will see you next time, and thank you for watching.